US President Donald Trump tests his new gifted Air Force One. The world's most powerful leader walks across the runway toward a massive Boeing 747 unlike any other. Its polished fuselage gleams in the sunlight. Inside are luxurious cabins, advanced communications equipment, and space to function as a flying White House. This isn't just another presidential aircraft. It's a Boeing 747-8, originally built for the Qatari royal family and later accepted by the US government to serve as an interim Air Force One after undergoing extensive modifications. President Donald Trump recently toured and tested the aircraft before it entered presidential service. But why did the United States need this aircraft? Why was a foreign-owned luxury jet chosen? How was it transformed into a presidential aircraft? And can it truly replace the legendary Air Force One? Today, we're looking at the complete true story behind President Trump's new Air Force One. For decades, America's presidents have flown aboard two specially modified Boeing VC-25A aircraft. Although they are commonly called Air Force One, that name is actually the radio call sign used whenever the president is aboard a U.S. Air Force aircraft. These aircraft entered service in 1990 during the administration of President George H.W. Bush. For more than 3 decades, they have transported American presidents across the globe during wars, peace negotiations, state visits, and emergencies. But after decades of non-stop service, they have become increasingly expensive to maintain. Replacement aircraft have been under development for years, but repeated delays push delivery further into the future. Facing those delays, the US government sought an interim solution. The answer came in the form of a Boeing 747-8, one of the newest and largest passenger aircraft ever produced. The aircraft had originally been configured as a VIP transport for Qatar's royal family. Instead of entering commercial airline service, it was built with luxurious interiors suitable for heads of state. In 2025, Qatar offered the aircraft to the US Department of Defense, and after legal reviews and government approval, it was accepted for conversion into an interim presidential aircraft. The gift was made to the US government, not directly to President Trump. The Boeing 747-8 is one of the largest passenger aircraft in the world. It measures approximately 250 feet, or 76.3 meters, in length. Its wingspan reaches about 224 feet. Powered by 4 General Electric GEnx engines, it cruises at around Mach 0.86 and can fly roughly 8,000 nautical miles without refueling, depending on its configuration. These capabilities make it well suited for long-range presidential travel. After the aircraft entered US government control, it underwent extensive modification. Defense contractor L3 Harris carried out much of the conversion work under Air Force oversight. Although many details remain classified, officials confirmed that secure communications, presidential mission equipment, and other specialized systems were added before the aircraft entered service. Some security experts noted that, because the conversion was completed much faster than a purpose-built presidential aircraft, the interim jet does not necessarily include every defensive capability found on the long-serving VC-25A fleet. When President Trump first visited the completed aircraft at Joint Base Andrews, cameras captured him touring the exterior and interior before addressing military personnel. Standing beneath the aircraft, he described it as providing a level of luxury unlike anything previously seen aboard a presidential aircraft. The jet also features a new red, white, dark blue, and gold paint scheme selected during his administration, replacing the traditional light blue livery that had been used for decades. But luxury is only a small part of Air Force One. Its true purpose is to function as a mobile White House. While airborne, the President must be able to communicate securely with military commanders, intelligence agencies, cabinet officials, and allied leaders anywhere in the world. The aircraft includes secure communication systems, conference areas, workspaces for senior staff, accommodations for Secret Service personnel, and facilities for the traveling press. Medical support is also carried aboard presidential flights. Many operational details remain classified for security reasons. Soon after its unveiling, President Trump began using the aircraft for presidential travel. The flights demonstrated the government's effort to bridge the gap until Boeing completes the next-generation VC-25B fleet. However, the aircraft's introduction also sparked debate among aviation experts and lawmakers. Some questioned the speed of the conversion process. Others raised constitutional and ethical questions about accepting such an expensive aircraft from a foreign government, while administration officials maintained that the gift was accepted by the Department of Defense under appropriate legal procedures. Security remained one of the biggest topics of discussion. Unlike aircraft designed from the beginning as presidential transports, converting an existing civilian jet into a fully capable Air Force One is an enormous engineering challenge. Experts noted that integrating advanced missile defenses, electronic warfare systems, hardened communications, and other classified technologies normally requires years of work. Because much of the aircraft's equipment is classified, the Air Force has not publicly disclosed exactly which defensive systems are installed. Reports later indicated that, during one overseas trip amid heightened tensions with Iran, security officials chose to have President Trump continue part of his journey aboard one of the older VC-25A aircraft, rather than relying exclusively on the new interim jet. Administration officials publicly disputed some reports about the reasons, but multiple news organizations reported that security considerations played a role in the decision. Even so, the aircraft represents an important step in maintaining presidential airlift capability. The original VC-25A fleet continues to age, requiring increasingly complex maintenance. The interim Boeing 747-8 provides additional flexibility, while Boeing continues work on the permanent VC-25B replacement aircraft. Those purpose-built presidential aircraft are expected to include the full range of military systems required for long-term presidential service. From the outside, the aircraft appears elegant, but beneath its polished exterior lies an extraordinary amount of technology. Secure satellite communications, protected command systems, mission equipment, dedicated work areas, crew facilities, presidential accommodations. Every major modification is intended to allow the President to continue leading the U.S. government while flying anywhere in the world. The aircraft's arrival also attracted worldwide attention because of its unusual history. Few presidential aircraft begin life transporting a royal family before being converted into an American presidential transport. That unique background helped make the aircraft one of the most discussed aviation stories of recent years. Supporters viewed it as a practical solution to replace aging aircraft, while permanent replacements remained delayed. Critics questioned both the acceptance of the aircraft and aspects of the conversion process. Regardless of political opinion, the aircraft became one of the most closely watched government aviation projects in the world. For aviation enthusiasts, the Boeing 747-8 itself represents the final generation of Boeing's iconic jumbo jet family. Compared with earlier 747 models, it offers improved fuel efficiency, quieter engines, greater range, and updated avionics. Its enormous size also provides more internal space for the unique requirements of presidential travel. As President Trump inspected the aircraft, greeted Air Force personnel, and prepared it for service, the moment symbolized more than just the arrival of another airplane. It represented the continuing evolution of one of the world's most recognizable aircraft. Air Force One is more than transportation. It is a symbol of the American presidency, a flying command center, a secure communications hub, and one of the most advanced government aircraft ever operated. Although this Boeing 747-8 is expected to serve as an interim Air Force One, its role will eventually end once Boeing delivers the purpose-built VC-25B aircraft. Until then, it will continue supporting presidential travel while helping bridge a gap created by years of production delays. The story of this aircraft is remarkable because it combines international diplomacy, aviation engineering, national security, and presidential history into one extraordinary machine. Originally built for royalty, accepted by the US government, extensively modified for presidential missions, and now flying under one of the most famous call signs in aviation. Whether remembered for its unique origins, its luxurious design, or the debate surrounding its acceptance, this Boeing 747-8 has already secured its place in aviation history, and as it carries the President of the United States across the globe, it serves as a reminder that behind every presidential flight lies years of engineering, planning, security preparation, and international cooperation. If you enjoyed this true story and want more accurate military and aviation history, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.